Hey y'all, welcome to the Farming Pastor's Wife. I'm so glad you're here. Are you in the mood for something good? Something kind of gives me a sense of fall when I taste it, but it's good anytime. Well, stay tuned. Today we're making apple dumplings. So hey, welcome back to my channel. I'm so glad you're here. If you're new here, my name is Leslie. I am the Farming Pastor's Wife. I upload content, usually cooking content, sometimes farming, sometimes ministry, sometimes grocery hauls, and soon to be a fall decor content. So there's all kinds of things you'll see here. So be sure to subscribe and click that little bell and then hit the word all so you don't miss anything that I upload. So today we're making apple dumplings. Now I know we all have a rendition of this recipe somewhere in our arsenal, our recipe repertoire. So mine's a tad bit different. I got my recipe from a bed and breakfast that Bryant and I went to that we just fell in love with. So I'm going to share this recipe with you, and it's going to be so good. You're not going to want to miss these apple dumplings. They're good for a breakfast side item. They're good for dessert. They're a wonderful thing to have when you have company coming over and you're not fixing a meal, but you want to have a cup of coffee and something sweet. This is your go-to. Okay guys, so let's get started. We're going to turn you down this way just a little bit. Sorry. Got to adjust my camera. Whoopsie. Okay. Alright, so I have this little container here, and what I'm going to start out with was I'm going to get out a tablespoon of just granulated sugar, and then we're going to go in with half of a tablespoon of ground cinnamon. And we're just going to stir that together. That looks just a tad bit dark to me, so I'm going to add just a little bit of white sugar back in. There we go. I like it to be just a little bit lighter than what that was. Okay, so I'm going to set that aside. We're going to grab our pan over here. Alright, let me put the lid back on the sugar. Okay, so in here we're going in with a full stick of butter. We're going in with 2/3 cup of white sugar. And here's the thing that's unlike most recipes. A lot of recipes use Sprite, a lot of recipes use water, but mine uses orange juice. So we're going in with a whole cup of orange juice. And since we're having breakfast for supper tonight, we'll have our beverage. Okay, so I'm going to get this on the stove, bring it to a simmer or a small boil just to get the sugar dissolved well, and I'll meet you right back. Okay, y'all, so I have a Honeycrisp apple here that I'm just going to quarter, peel, get any seed or any of the inside out as far as the hard stuff, and have it ready just in quarters. So I've got 2 of them that I'm going to quarter. I'm going to do that. I'll peel it. I'll meet you back here when I have them ready. Okay, so here on this paper plate I have my 8 pieces, my 2 apples quartered, peeled, and I was sure to get that little hard piece out. If you are fearful of them turning brown a little bit, just splash some lemon juice on them. Doesn't really matter to me. So what I'm going to do now is I've got my dish here, and I'm just going to spray it just for good measure. And I have a tube of crescent rolls. And if I can find the end, helps if you're on the right end. And this is the one I always jump Oh, it didn't jump. Yay. Okay, so what we're going to do is we're going to take our crescent roll, just one at a time. And we're going to take our apple and we're just going to wrap that crescent roll around that apple best we can. It doesn't have to be completely covered. It's okay if there's some apple peeking out. That is totally fine. And we're just going to keep doing that until we get them all done. We've got the next couple of videos. You're going to have a different, if you've seen my 2-ingredient biscuit, you know it's out there. And I've also done one on the Southern Biscuit Mix Formula L. I've done a biscuit video on that. I have one coming up pretty soon, probably Saturday's video or Thursday's. That's going to be how to make a homemade biscuit just from self-rising flour. All you need is self-rising flour, some butter, and some buttermilk. And I'll even tell you how, if you don't have the buttermilk, how you can make your own buttermilk. So I have that coming up. I also have my fall decor video coming up. That's going to be super fun. I've never done that before. In fact, I've never really decorated for fall very much. And so I'm really super excited. And not only is it going to be a decorate with me video, I'm going to give you some helpful tips on how to do it and not spend an arm and a leg while you do it. I'm going to give you some saving tips on how to decorate on a budget, where to start, what to look for, and so on. So I'm going to give you some good tips with that. So okay, I'm down to my last apple. And see, there's apple showing, and that's okay. You just want to have it. And I kind of evenly space them out. Now I'm going to take my cinnamon and sugar, and I'm just going to kind of sprinkle on the tops of each one of these. The cinnamon sugar. Oh my goodness, it smells good already. Now you won't use all of this, of course, probably. But you can always set this on the table if somebody wants to sprinkle some more on theirs. Okay. Alright, let's check our orange juice mixture. Okay guys, our butter, orange juice, and sugar have come to a good simmer. The sugar's dissolved. And I'm just going to find a good opening, and I'm just going to kind of start pouring there. You can pour it on them if you want to. I'll show you that you can pour it on them. But I just like to pour it around them. In we go. There you go. My oven has preheated to 350. We're going to let these bake for about 20 to 25 minutes in a 350 degree oven. They're going in right now. Okay guys, here are those beautiful apple dumplings. The brown on the top, of course, is that cinnamon sugar. And look at that syrup that has been created down in the bottom. So we'll be getting to this in just a little bit, and I'll have Bryant give it a taste test, and we'll see what he thinks. Although I already know how much he loves these. Okay guys, we're going to get Bryant an apple dumpling to try for you guys. Looky there. And I like to come in, I think he likes me to do this, to get some of that syrup. Just drizzle over it. All right.
Alexa, stop. She gets on my nerves. All right, guys, you ready? I've got all crust to begin with.
All crust, no apple?
But the sweet and tangy taste of that, delicious. Off the scale. Always good, doesn't matter how many times she's made it. It is a staple, and we love these.
And if your apples are a little too firm, you just leave it in there a little longer. You can turn the temperature down if the bread starts getting too cold. I mean, too cold, too dark. Oh, it must be good. Look at there.
Really good.
Good to the last bite.
Okay.
He was eating out of the container. But it's just me and him tonight, so that is totally fine. So, but anyway, there are our apple dumplings. I hope you guys enjoyed them. This is so awkward, me cooking. That's water. He got the milk jug, and I had used it for the gravy, and I put a little extra water in the jug in case I needed it. And he just saw the jug was almost empty, so he chugged it, and it was like water. Anyway, that was funny. So, anyway, it is so odd me just cooking for me and him. I don't know how to cook small increments. So, with that being said, I got some great things coming up. Like I said, I got the decorating video coming up. I'm going to let you guys vote on something in an upcoming video, like a hairstyle for me. My hair's getting long, and I try to let it grow out, and it gets to a certain length and it drives me crazy, so I have to cut it. But anyway, so we're going to go enjoy breakfast for dinner and apple dumplings as a side. And I'm sure we'll have some left tomorrow for some snacking. So starting probably next week or the week after, you're going to be getting maybe once a week or maybe twice a week, but once a week definitely, a healthy video from me, or a healthy food option from me. You'll still get my regular cooking, but I'm going to incorporate some occasional healthy meals. I have a big birthday coming up this year, and Leslie's got to start tweaking how she eats a little bit. So we will see you guys next time. Thank you for watching The Farming Pastor's Wife. I hope you enjoyed the apple dumpling videos. It's coming up on fall, which means apple time, which means apple butter, which means fried apple pies for Jessica. So we've got lots of apple things coming up. So I will see you guys next time. And remember, if the grease is hot enough, you can fry anything. Bye, y'all.